Alright guys, welcome back to your 20-second video, and in this vid, as promised, we're going to be going over how to create the account section. Now remember, whenever I design these little sections, I made basically a template for you where you guys can either have a one column layout, as you guys can see, just a one column right here, two columns, or a three column layout, one, two, three. Now let's go ahead and start with the most simple, a one column layout. So of course the first thing we need to do is we need to create the button, and of course every button is a list item. So whenever we create a list item, this is going to create the button. Now right now we have a button, but we don't have any text on the button, so let's go ahead and create that now. In order to add text on a button, what we need to do is we actually need, I can steal this, to add a link in between the list item. Now, whenever we add text in that link, for example, account, the text is going to appear on the button. So you see that word account right there? That is how you create this. And actually, whenever you click the word account, it can take you to another page. On my website, I just have it linked to account PHP because that's like your main control panel. But I'll just go ahead and put a hashtag there, and you guys obviously on your website, if you don't have a user account, change that to whatever, like about frequently asked questions, whatever. But anyways, that's how you create a basic button. So now what we need to do is we need to create the functionality that when you hover over it, this pretty much one column layout pops up the drop up menu. So how do we do that? Well, remember that I said that each column, every time you make a column, it needs to go inside a layout. So you make your layouts first. And actually, let me give me a little more space to work with. Alright, so in between your list item, but outside your link, your A tag, I don't even know what A stands for, to be honest. A. Hyperlink, a link, I don't know. Anchor, I think that's it. Anchor just came to me. But anyways, what you need to do is you need to build your layout first. Now your layout comes in the form of a div. So div, actually I want to end this. It annoys me if I don't end them right away. Class equals, alright. Now we have three layouts to choose from, a one column layout, a two or three column layout. This one is only going to hold one column, and it's basically asking in your layout, how wide do you want the drop up to be? Well, we only want this to fit a one column layout. So now what we're going to have, if we just ran it right now, is pretty much a layout with no text in it whatsoever. That's pretty much this wide right here. It fits one column. So since we have a layout that fits one column, let's go ahead and stick one column in it. So div, and this is going to be the column itself. So class equals column 1. So we pretty much made a layout that was big enough to hold one column, and now we're sticking one column in it. Simple enough, that's all you do. So from here, the only thing we need to do is we need to add all of this text. Stream, messages, pictures, so on and so forth. I'm actually going to add two sections, stream and messages, and then you guys, you don't have to see me type pictures, informations, friends, because it's all the same. You guys can figure it out. Now, whenever you just want to add a standalone link, like stream, you see stream doesn't have any sub menu items. It's just alone, it's just like a header. So this is how you do that. A, and of course I gotta end my A. Now the class for this equals header links. Now the text, of course, is just stream. So that's it, that's all you need to do. Now the next thing we need to create is messages. And the cool thing about this is you don't need to add a break or a margin bottom or a margin top. We already set this up, so you can just go ahead and copy this and paste it and put messages, and whenever you run this in your browser, you're automatically going to have space between this section and this section. Pretty freaking cool. So that's how we set it up pretty much perfectly. So now what I want to do is I want to start adding these links. So what links are there? Inbox, sent, trash, and compose. Now obviously if you guys can't see, these links are styled a little bit differently than these main header links. And actually what I want to do, just copy this. Now the class of these is actually list links. So the first one is inbox, and we'll just pretend that you have like 5 new messages, but of course usually what you'd want to do is you would want to determine or count the number of messages using PHP, link it to your database. But for now we'll just pretend, you know, that we have 5 new messages. So inbox sent trash compose, sent trash compose. Wow. Take a spelling class, Bucky. Alright, so if we ran this now, then all of the links would basically look like this. Gray, plain, white when you hover over them. But if you notice, let me scroll down a little bit. If you notice, this inbox link is bold, and it pretty much stands out. It's bold and it's white. So how do we make this bold and white? Well, the only thing that we need to do is we need to go to the inbox, and whenever you have a new notification, just add this, and you want to add it programmatically in PHP, but I'm going to show you guys the code anyways. Just change the style of this equal to font weight bold, and also, I don't know if you guys can see this, color white. So that's what you need to do. So basically, throw in a little bit of PHP code that checks if you have any new messages, and if it does, throw in this bit of code right here. Style equals font weight bold, and the color equals white, and that's going to turn your notification link on, pretty much make it stand out, inbox 7, requested 13, so on and so forth. So that's all we have to do for the account section. So now this is 100% complete. So now that you know how to add a 1-column layout and stick 1 column in it, and then just add your information, the next thing we have to learn how to do is do it with a 3-column layout. Now this is actually a lot different because it's set up quite differently, and we're also going to be working with pictures, and this is actually 1 column. You know, well, I guess this is actually a pretty cool example because there are a couple different things you can have in a 3-column layout. Either 3 individual columns, 1 column wide, paired with 2 columns for a total of 3. And this right here, even though you guys can't see it because there's not enough text, this actually spans all 3 columns. It's 3 columns wide. So in the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.